Won't you take my hand and never ever let me go? But it's time for us to take our stand, show the world that we're a miracle. That's all I wanted from you. A little more attitude. Oh, how can I refuse? 'Cause you're the one that I choose. 'Cause all I wanted from you was for our love to come through. There's nothing else I can do, but you're the one that I choose.
Welcome to Rock Around the Clock. Daily cloud gaming news live at the same time, Monday to Friday. But first, if you're new to the show, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to support the channel, why not hit the join button on the channel homepage and become a member of Team Rock? Yes! Sorry, I didn't mean to make you jump. Oh, but I'm excited. It's Friday. We got here, guys. Wow, that was a week. That was the week that was. Where are we? Well, we're Friday. It's where we are. Hey, get them exclamation mark wins in. It's the big old prize Friday. Subscribers and members all alike are welcome to get on the wheel. Oh, hey, and they are. You are knocking them in. Well done, you guys. A long weekend ahead if you live in the UK. Of course, you'll know why, even if you don't. It's, God bless you, governor. Yeah, God bless HMS King Charlie and all who sails in him. Not my thing, I have to be honest. I think it's tomorrow, the crining. But it's all right because I am out. I'm going up that London town, which is a bit silly because that's where it's all happening, isn't it? But it's all good because I'm not going quite into London. Hey, Jem, you're in London. Are you going down to the celebrations? Are you going to put on your big Union Jack Superman cape and fly down to Buck House? Are you doing that whole thing? Millions will be watching it on TV because it will be a spectacle. It will be. It's just going to be amazing to watch, irrespective of your particular views vis-a-vis royalty and republics and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be really interesting to watch, to be fair. But I will pick it up on Monday. I'll celebrate our new king by watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Jem's a man. Or a them after my own heart. I love you, Jem. That's a brilliant idea. Hi, Jem, says Christian. Hello, everybody. You fantastic folk. Let me turn off automatic so I can actually control the chat in a nice way. Just to remind you, of course, it is Friday. Every Friday, we open the floodgates and we let all subscribers to this channel. That's anybody who's in chat, because you can't chat without being a subscriber. You see what I do there? It's clever, isn't it? Subscribers and members, you can enter the wheel. The wheel has almost 100 PC Steam codes on it, including such gems as Horizon Zero Dawn, the Ultimate Edition. I kid you not. Nobody's won it. It's been on there for about 6 months. But it could be you. It could be you today. And if you've got to be in it to win it. So get in them exclamation mark wins. You can do it on YouTube. By all means, if you're a subscriber. If you're a member, you can still enter, but you will automatically be entered in any case. So you could double your chances, essentially, if you put one in as well. Plus, if you go over to my Twitch channel, don't tell Twitch, but I stream the same time. You're not supposed to, but I don't care. That's how I rock and roll. So go over to twitch.com/Rokk Show and you can enter there as well. Just checking to make. Yes, you can. I just saw there's a Twitch entry. Sometimes it doesn't work. So you can enter on Twitch. You can enter on YouTube. That gets you 2. And if you're a member, you go in for a 3rd shout. So 3 potential entries, unless you are Rouster. Now, young Rouster... How are you, Adam? He has about 6.5 million YouTube channels. So he has subscribed all of them to the show, and he enters them all every Friday. Bless him. In fairness, he does win occasionally. He's doing all right. I think I haven't done a poll of how many people have won versus, I know some of you have definitely won more than others, and some haven't won at all. But it's just the luck of the old RNGs. I don't have a control over it. It's complete and utter randomness. Anyway, let's say hello to some of you fantastic folk. We have Barclay Gaming. Guten Abend, mein Freund. I hope you're well, my friends. Great to see you. We don't see you often enough. I hope you're keeping really, really well. Looking forward. What's the weather like in Germany, in Deutschland? What's the weather like? But still, I just desperately want to visit. I've always wanted to visit Germany, but we're not. Next week, we're off on our hollybobs, as some people call it, vacay, as other younger folk call it still. I just call it my holidays, and we're off. We're off Wednesday. We're jetting out on Wednesday, which means I've only got one more day at work before my holidays, because we've got a public holiday on Monday to celebrate the old day. Good on you, Charlie. And then Tuesday we're back, and then Wednesday I'm flying out. American Airlines. And we've got Spectrum. Good to see you, my friend, getting in with the old exclamation marks. That's absolutely what I want to be seeing. Young Phoenix, who was absolutely brilliant last night, of course, on Rock Players, and talking about people who were phenomenal, absolutely superb. We have, of course, in the house, young Jem. Ha-ha, yeah. Ha-ha, yeah. Jem was brilliant. Jem made me chuckle, Ray. I don't know if you saw it. Jem had the meme avatar, the Ray in the onesie teddy bear thing. And I was watching it on my phone, so it was like 6 pixels high. I didn't see this until much later in the show when Mrs. Rokk went to bed. And I was able to put it on the main TV. And boy, did I chuckle. I chuckled muchly. I did. It's true. Crystal's in the house. How are you, Crystal? Lovely to see you. I tuned in this afternoon to see you stream, but you weren't streaming, or did I miss it? I've got you on the old alarm bell thing that tells me, but nothing came up. Hope it all went well on Monday for you, by the way. I haven't mentioned this. I hope it did go well. Here's Rouster with 1 million emojis. Because you may or may not have noticed, if you were there at the intro, at the beginning and the end of the show, we do something that is, well, I would like to say unique, but I don't think it is. But it's spectacular. Yes. If you put emojis into the chat's automatic. It comes on screen automatically when I'm not there. Those emojis break away from the chat message and they bounce all over the screen. It's amazing. And you control it because you can put what you want. You can put poops if you want. I don't care. Courgettes, aubergines, whatever you call them, eggplants. I don't mind. It's all fun and games. Rockmuth, how are you, my friend? Good to see you as well in the chat. Young Christian. How are you, Christian? Hope you've got a great weekend planned. No doubt there'll be plenty of church gatherings and folk. A lovely community that you've got, so I hope you have a fantastic one. Treble C 2422 in for the win on Twitch. Don't forget, Treble C, you can do the same thing on YouTube as well. Just pop along to youtube.com. Subscribe. I think if you're not a subscriber and you're watching on Twitch and you want to get that double entry in, and that's fine. If you subscribe, you get 5 minutes of timeout before you can then jump into the chat and enter exclamation mark win. So you don't have to wait a long, long time. We have 27 claimed tickets already, plus the 80 or whatever it is members. So we're already up into the 100s level for the wheel, which is great. I love it. The more the merrier, I say. I'm just chuckling at the amount of Rouster 1s, 2s, Rouster 8, Adam Rouster. That's brilliant. Look at that, he just got another one in as well. Who else do we have? So many lovely, lovely people. Apjay, how are you, my friend? You always turn up for the old giveaway. I'd like to see you on some other days as well. This is your homework now, all right? Next week, not just. Now, Crystal, bless her, is about to get a little on the screen. She has been a Rokk VIP member for a month. Wow, just give it a couple of seconds, you'll see it pop up. I got no control over Streamlabs, it's just how it works. But thank you so much, Crystal. It's an absolute joy to have you, not only as a member, but as a VIP, because that is absolutely what you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if it doesn't pop up on the screen, I'll go and have a word, don't worry. Of course, Raymond is here. Hit that thump. Hit the thump. Ooh, for Rokk. Thank you, my friend. I knew what you meant. How's your father-in-law, by the way? I did ask yesterday, and he was okay. Had a couple of dodgy moments during the op, but all sorted. So that is great news. I hope he's now in full recovery mode, and will obviously have a full and perfect recovery. There you go. I told you it would come eventually. Look at little Rokk there, look. Look at him. He loves you. Oh, look, there he is. Hang on. There he's gone. Bless little Rokk. Arkansas. Phipps is here. Hey, yeah. How are you, Phipps? Great to see you, my friend. Hope you're keeping well. Hope you're all feeling pucker chuffed for the weekend. Now, there's a little British phrase for you. So my American and other country friends, you can take it and run with it and enjoy it, and just turn up at barbecues this weekend and go, this chicken is pucker. I am totally chuffed with the chicken. They won't have a clue, but they'll tell from your general demeanour that you're loving the poultry. With that Colonel Sanders taste. Windstar, hello my friend, how are you, bro? Good to see you. Hope you are keeping well. Big Steve, yes, I haven't seen you for a little while, Steve. How are you, my friend? Get him on the old sup there, on the old paddle boards. My daughter's coming back from Cornwall tomorrow, the eldest. She's been down for a few days with a boyfriend, and they took a couple of paddle boards. So it'll be interesting to hear how she got on. These are brand new paddle boards. She had a paddle board last Christmas. And of course, this is the first opportunity that she's had to get it out on the high seas. So I'm looking forward to finding out how it went, how it all went down and up and like that on the waves. Icy Dragon Breath. Love it. Love that name. Welcome, welcome, welcome from Twitch, nonetheless. You are in the draw, my friend. Well, and Mayanus. Whatever and however you pronounce it. It's a thing of beauty. And there is little Thomas. Thomas the Naughty Engine. He made an appearance on Rock Players yesterday. Lots of you fantastic folk showing up on Twitch, which is great. Love to see that. Love to see you all entering for a big old prize. Good on ya. Barallion, excellent name. Of course, our good friend the Dorrigan, who was also beyond awesome on Players last night. I genuinely hope we can get you on all the time, if not all the time, often, because I think you are fantastic on there, my friend. I'd love to see you be a permanent fixture with, actually, Gem and Phoenix. I think the three of you would be amazing co-hosts, or at least very, very regular guests. Bjorn's going, why does he do this to me? Why does he set everything up and he hasn't talked to me? No, he feels the same way, don't worry. Who else have we got? Bat Reaver. Well, that can only be Ryan, aka Reaver the Beaver, with yet another one of his amazing accounts. Am I correct? Or do we have a whole new variety of Reaver? We've also got Metalhead Reaver. Oh, I love it. So many. There you go. Dorrigan, I have pucker pies for this weekend. Aren't pucker pies gorgeous? I tell you a great brand of pie, actually, Dorrigan, which you may or may not have seen. I think at the moment they're very much southwest. They're produced fairly close to me, actually. But I have to tell you, I think they even exceed pucker. I think they are the best steak and kidney or steak pasties. It's from a firm called Chunk, Chunk. Check out. They are absolutely delicious and stuffed with filling. None of your air. You know, you go down and you buy, I don't know what you buy, a cheese and onion pasty or a sausage roll. And you get home and you sort of cut it open and it's like, there's like that much filling and then about that much air. And you think, oh, cheapskates, not with the chunks. No. Al Davis is in the chat. Al, who is our resident musician, is currently writing a new theme tune for this show. I haven't heard it. I haven't given him any direction. He just got in touch and said, I had an idea for Rock Around the Clock. I'd love to compose a new theme. I said, yep, I'd love you to do that. I'm fed up with getting copyright notices when I'm licensed. So something to look forward to. Probably when I get back off my vacay, and I'll put some new visuals and stuff to it as well. Al did the theme tune for Rock Players, which is absolutely phenomenal, and also the Helix Boys. And who else have you done, Al? You kind of get around a bit, mate, don't you? You know, you're a bit promiscuous on the musical side. You know what I'm saying? Get them all in. Get them all in. How many have we had so far? Let's have a look. I have to refresh the screen because Streamlabs doesn't always tell you exactly. 34. We've got 23 and a half minutes left. So you've got plenty of time. Plenty of time to get them in. So that'll all be good. Young Neil is here. Neil's brilliant. Neil's a member. Thank you for that, my friend. But Neil always turns up for all the shows. Rock Player, he turns up for. He turns up for Hezekiah and Josiah's family gaming show on Saturdays on this channel called My Next Gen Gaming. He turns up for all the Rock Around the Clocks and Rokk Show on a Tuesday. And if he can't make it on the day, he always watches it later. Sometimes he listens on his headset while he's mowing the lawn. Oh, yes. And that is not a euphemism, ladies and gentlemen. Look at me there. I'm bobbling about. I'm bobbling about on Twitch. That's my favourite. I put this emoji on Twitch of me getting all excited. I wish I could zoom in. It's really funny. You are correct. All me, Rock, says the beaver. You know it's him, because who else is going to put beaver on the end of their name? I mean, come on, who would do that? Who has the most accounts, Rouster or Beaver? That's a good question, Neil, actually. I'd hazard a guess that it's Rouster, because I think old Ryan just changes the name of his account over and over. I think that's what he's up to. You know, you can never tell, can you? Chariot! How are you, dude? It's Chariot, man. I am intrigued, actually. I've never asked you this, CMG. Why Chariot, man? Is it because, like, you've got, like, a horse and cart, or what's the deal? I just imagine you in a toga, a sword and a scepter or something, with those big massive wheels on the chariot with the sword sticking out the sides and two white steeds on the front, just, you know how it goes. I could see that. I could see you doing it, getting really angry about the Steam Deck. It's got to be something like that, isn't it? It's got to be. What's the story, Jackanory? You're damn right, Miss Phoenix. Why, what has she said? She's a minx. Raven, does that mean I can't time you out? Oh, yes, he's been made a member. He's been made a mod. I made a few new mods this morning, or this afternoon. Young Beaver, but also Crystal, because she's a VIP member and she absolutely deserves to be treated like a VIP. That's how it goes. Uh-oh, look at this. He's unhappy about something. I'm not sure what it is, though. Oh, dear. Is that young? Look at the avatar. It's Ray. Oh, no. Oh, no. It is the best meme this community has ever known. I remember when Ray did this, it was for a charity thing, wasn't it? He dressed up in his teddy bear onesie. Or was it when he said he would, if he got to 400 or 500 subscribers, he would wear it? I forget now. I think what makes it really funny is he looks clearly well unhappy about wearing it. And Reaver the Beaver enjoyed your short. Oh, check it out. Check it out, man. Where's it gone again? Let me find him. He disappeared on my thing, on my chat. There he is, Reaver the Beaver. There, look. He just looks unhappy in his bear onesie. I just feel if he was like, "Ha, I'm loving it," it wouldn't have worked. It's the fact that he looks like someone's taken him and shoved him on I'm not sure what that is. It's a platypus, I think. They've shoved his head on a platypus. And he's like, oh dear. It's just brilliant. Poor old Ray. Oh, mate, honestly, I think it's brilliant. You're just popping up everywhere. Eventually, we'll all become Teddy Ray, says Jem. Oh, it's just fantastic. It really is. Absolutely brilliant. K-Sport, how are you, dude? How's life in the land of Ubisoft? What have you been working on with your engine today? A little bird told me that Mirage is... Not Mirage. No, you told me. It wasn't even a little bird. It was you. What's it you said's coming out soon? I've even forgotten the name of the game now. I've completely ruined it for myself. X-Defiant. Is it you said it's coming up soon? It's going to be launching soon. Was that as a beta or as the full thing? I can't remember. Crystal's having a chuckle. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I guess because K-Sport works for Ubisoft within the UK. He predominantly, and correct me if I'm wrong here, my friend, works on the engine, I forget the name, was it Frostbite or something, that powers The Division and other games, which I find absolutely fascinating. He said shush, but no, you said it yourself on the show the other day. You said Defiant's coming up soon live, summit. Anyway, there's so many games I want to play on Ubisoft. Avatar and Defiant and Skull and Bones and Mirage and the Far Cry 6 DLC, which I don't... Snowdrop, thank you, Jem. The Far Cry 6 DLC, which I don't think comes out until December. So many games I want to play. Talking to games you want to play, what do you guys got lined up for the weekend? I tell you what I've been playing today. Little potpourri, a veritable smorgasbord. I played a fair amount, got up very early, as I often do. So I usually go downstairs, true, at about 5 or half 5 in the morning. And then I play some games. And I played a bit of the old Disney Dreamlight Valley, as I'm currently kind of obligated to do. And then I played some Dead Island 2. I thought I'll fire it up again. Because you see, eldest's boyfriend that are down doing the whole board thing in Cornwall. Well, he kind of took the game over when he was staying a day before they went down there, and he progressed it a bit. But I'm watching him thinking, oh, get off! I could do so much better. And he was getting killed and killed and killed and killed by this boss. And I was like, oh. So I jumped in this morning and I took the boss out first time. So there, huh. But it's such a good game. I'm really enjoying it. Ray, you'll be pleased to know I've got to the point where you get your first gun and you've got to shoot the dudes in the garden. That's where I've got to. After that, do you remember we talked yesterday about Bramble, the Mountain King, and I said I'm going to buy it. Well, I did. I bought it. And I've been playing a bit of that as well. First 20 minutes or so. That's good. That's a little game to be playing. So much stuff to play. And then I was hoping in the post that I would get what's it called, Star Wars End of the Galaxy thing. Can't think what it's called now. Hang on, I'll bring up my rental account and we can see exactly what the heck I'm talking about here, because those of you that maybe knew and those of you that aren't new but maybe didn't know, I tend to rent a lot of my games. That's certainly the big ones, expensive ones, I don't buy them because they only ever get played once. So I don't ever see the point really, by me that is. So I rent them. I'm just going to make sure I've got the page here so that I can show you. And then, where's it gone? Why isn't it showing it on here? Well, that's a bit rubbish. What? Nobody wants to see. Look at this. Hang on a second. I'll take you over to Larry. This is funny. I think it's funny. Wait for this. Oh, hang on. I haven't got it set up on Larry yet. Oh, cool. Yes, I have. Oh, look at me. I look like the little, the dark chocolate man. Here we go. Look at him. Look at little Rokk. Arkansas. Look at him, look. Oh, dear. Too many British and English flags out on the street for my liking. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. Well, it depends where you live, Phoenix. I'm guessing you live in a fairly deprived area. A lot of poor folk just used to being servants and servile. So, doing the thing. I live in a very affluent area. Everybody has a 12-bed with a pool where I live. So there are no flags because up here we all did it ourselves. We don't need to get the royalty involved. You know what I'm saying? But I would have thought that's probably why there's lots of flags where you are. I've heard it being called UBID. What? Are people becoming nationalists over there? No, the complete reverse. In fact, the nationalists have had a crack at it. And yesterday we had pretty much nationwide elections for councillors, which, everybody has councils, don't they? So you imagine a town has a council, or a county might have some. And they have 25, 30 councillors and they get voted once every so many years. And the Nationalist Party, i.e. the current government, got an absolute trouncing, absolutely demolished. So, I think it's fairly safe to say that they've been in power for 13 years. I mean, by the time we get a general election, which should be next year, probably 18 months at the outside, because I think it has to happen within 18 months from now. They'll have been in power for 14 years. I mean, that's a fair shout. So, done your thing. You've destroyed the country. On you go. K-Sport UK going great. Halfway done with my multiplayer update. I got a few more surprises in 1 to 2 weeks. Of course, we're talking here about Pixelmancer, not the UK. I don't think he means the UK's got a multiplayer upgrade, although you could find a certain narrative around that, I guess. Now, what I'm trying to do, I know I've got me bouncing about there. That wasn't what I was trying to do. I'm trying to find this my little rental page so that I can show you. But for some reason, oh no, there it is. I was there all along. What an Egypt. Right, out we come from studio mode. So this is my rental account. Actually, it's not, because I'm not logged in. So I'll log in. See if you can guess what my password is. Ha ha ha. Thank you, Bitwarden. Just, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to bring it to your attention. Just look. Hang on. Just look at the reflection in the laptop there. Huh? That's quality. You don't get that on all your other little channels with cut-out screens. Look at that reflection. Tell you, that takes creative genius. And that little, on that little controller, moves on its own. Oh, there it goes. I've only got to tell it to move. Isn't that clever? Actually, I was kind of thinking earlier, it needs to kind of move out the way a bit. There it goes. Rokk, on your bouncing avatar, what are your hands doing? Oh, hang on, K-Sport, let me go and have a look. I can't see I can't see it anymore. Anyway, let's have a look at Rokk's account. So we'll go and have a look at my games, my rental list, because I just want to remember what the game was that I've got coming. So here's the games that I've got that I'm not getting, because they're in my list. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. You see what I do? I hedge my bets. I always whack in for Xbox or PlayStation. And then, oh, hang on, I've got to get rid of Bramble. Having said that, it's on Switch. Do I want to play it again on Switch? I've bought it for PC. Now let's delete it. We don't want to be playing it again, do we? And then we've got Scars Above. And then next month, or coming soon, I've got Legend of Zelda. Because you see, they do Switch games as well. They do them on the proper little cartridge thingies. Tears of the Kingdom. Got Lord of the Rings Gollum. Again, for PlayStation and Xbox. Could be. Very soon, couple of weeks. Final Fantasy 16. Whoa. Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York, and that's coming out on Switch as well. Skull and Bones says 31st of December, but I think, again, they're probably hedging their bets because we don't know, do we, K-Spore? We don't know when it's coming out, do we? It's kind of at a point in the future, right? Isn't Trek to Yumi on Game Pass? Where have I got that? Ding. Some of these are, I don't always check. Skull and Bones, Suicide Squad. So they're the kind of, I mean, I could add more, to be fair. Trek to Yumi. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. I better check, hadn't I? Can you check for me, Spectrum? I see your antivirus software isn't working. Looks at Skull and Bones. I don't have any viruses. I'm all very, very good. Anyway, it's going to be good, Skull and Bones. I'm really looking forward to it. I guess I should slap it down for PlayStation as well, shouldn't I? Let's put it on here, Skull and Bones. I've heard Ubisoft has been called Riva. You may have called it out. I love Ubisoft. They are my favourite studio, and that's genuine as well. Right, that's been added now for PlayStation as well. So there we go. Now, what does this all cost me? I tell you what it costs. So I can basically choose any game I want, including ones in the future, as you've seen. They send them to me when they're available, so they buy a fair chunk of these, but obviously they've got a fair few people that get a shout in as well, and it's kind of a random choice. You do get it in your favour to a degree if you pay a little bit more. It's not going to be the next Dorrigan. You are such a half glass empty, my friend. You remind me of that scene in Laurel and Hardy. I've got my Laurel and Hardy collection up here. I adore Stan and Ollie. And there's a brilliant scene where they take the girls out for a sarsaparilla. Never had a sarsaparilla, I want one. And Ollie says to Stan, we've only got $1. We can only afford a drink between us. So we'll have it in half. You have half and I'll have half. And Stan's like, that's a great idea, Ollie. So the drinks come, and there's 2 for the girls and 1 for Stan and Ollie. And he goes, Stan, help yourself, thinking he's going to... Stan just knocks the whole thing back. And he says, what are you doing? We were going to share it. And he says, yep, my half was on the bottom. Brilliant. Genius. Absolute genius. Yeah, you're correct again, wrong. I never, ever correct myself. Now he's calling it you, Bugsoft. Riva, you're just getting very rude. Trek is on Game Pass. Thank you, Spectrum. Oh, it's brilliant. So let's get rid of it because we don't want it. We don't want to put it on there twice, do we? So that means I've got to hit save on my changes. And also, let's go and see, because what I do is I go and have a look on my various platforms. I have a look at what's coming up. So I can have a game for as long as I want to play it, no extra costs. And they even send a free post envelope, a little polylope, plastic envelope with a little peel-off sticky thing. With the return address and everything. So you don't even have to pay to send it back. Just take it down to the post box. In it goes. Next day, they get it. They send me a little message to say we received it. Thank you very much. And then an hour or 2 later, I get them a message that says, we've just posted. So what is it I'm getting? Hang on. I didn't check, did I? If you go back to my rental list, I need to look at currently renting. It is indeed Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. Now, I hope it's not the PSVR 2 version, because I have played that. It's very good. It's why I wanted to play it. But I'm absolutely hopeful that it's just the PS5 version. I really enjoyed it. So I wanted to proper play it. But you can see they also allow you to buy the game. So if you really like it, you can purchase it. And typically it's a little bit cheaper as well, I think, because in a way it is secondhand. You don't know how many people have played it before you, right? So someone's got to be Rokk. What have I done now? It won't be fun. What? How much? Yes, sorry, Jem, I was getting there. It's actually not that bad. I mean, bearing in mind I'm really selling this, I don't have an affiliate account. I did try. They wouldn't let me have one. But I can, if you are interested, I can submit your email address, and I think there's some kind of a reciprocal reward. But anyway, the price, I know you're keen to know all this. Let's have a look. Change the package. It actually shows you the prices if you go to this. So I pay $10.99 a month. There's mine. $10.99 a month, one game at a time. But if you send it back, so often, no, occasionally, I'll put a game in and think, oh, that's pants. Pop it back in the post. 2 days later, I've got another one. So, you can. It's just how long you take to play it, to how far you want to take to play it, or how far you get. I try and complete the one. So I had most recent game was Resident Evil 4, which I loved, and I completed it. So that's gone back, and that's been replaced with the Star Wars thingy bob. You can increase it, so for an extra £5, you can have 2 games at a time. Now that's useful, I suppose, if you've got a family. So you may want to get a Switch game at the same time that you've got your Xbox game or whatever. It's that kind of a thing. Today, hey, look, it's Ant. It's the first day leading up to a year where I'll have freedom. Hang on, let me just read this again. Let me see what he's saying here. Today is the first day leading up to a year where I'll have freedom. What? You've never told me you're incarcerated. Yeah. There's 2 for £14. Not a bad deal. Yeah, so the difference between these, and honestly, I would say go with the unlimited. What they say is, with the priority package, they will get your games. If you've got like a brand new release, they'll get them out to you. I've not found that. I know Ant uses, someone use Gamefly, isn't it, Ant? Ant uses Gamefly in the States, and they do have, it's a much bigger, better setup than Little Boomerang. I always imagine, in my head, I've got like 2 old fat dudes above a warehouse, some industrial estate, like room full of cigarette smoke, bellies and empty Coke cans, and then in the warehouse they got some, apprentice on minimum wage whose job it is to basically do everything. Whereas I'm imagining Gamefly is a much bigger organisation. I don't know if it's the case. That's kind of how I feel. So yeah, for $9.99 you can have the same thing. So you see out for £1 less, for £1 less. But I think it's pretty cool. It goes all the way down to $3.99, but that's for PS4 and Xbox One, so if you don't have a PS5. And that's worth pointing out as well, actually. I think it's only the priority that allows you to have next-gen consoles. But I've been doing it for years. Seriously, look at my rental history. So 2013 was when I first started. PS3, Painkiller. That was a good game. Hell and Damnation. And then here's my list. So 2014, look at this. I went upgraded to PS4. Still had the PS3 by the look of it. Batman Arkham Origins. And then I had a Vita. Oh, 2014 I had a Vita. Lego Lord of the Rings for the Vita. All the way through. Look at all these games. Everything. And then, let's see, the 5. Then I got an Xbox One, which I actually bought for my daughter. She has it now. Look at that, I had RE2. I knew I'd played it somewhere. And then the 5 kicks in 2020, 7th of December, which was pretty much launch. It came out in December, didn't it? 2020, I think. And then ever since, there we go. So, I mean, they do tell you they kind of tell you the average price of the game multiplied by all of what you got. Dorrigan's got 2 Vitas, bought a second one this week. I'm only looking over here because mine is here somewhere. Oh, it's up on the top of the shelf. I can't be bothered. Yeah, they actually tell you how much you've saved. Does it show on here? Somewhere it says you've saved X £1,000, which is probably true, in fairness. So I tend to go to either Boomerang Recommends or Coming Soon or new releases. New releases where I tend to start. Bramble, which I have bought today. Jedi Survivor's already on there. I have a quick look through. Some of these aren't really of any great interest to me. The ones that I do see that I quite like the look of, I add them to my list. I suppose I ought to really be looking at new releases on the Switch. My friend Pedro. I always think that looks a bit dodgy. So Streamlabs says that you can no longer enter the draw. Let's have a little look and see. Let me do a quick refresh. Diddly 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 diddly. 38 of you. 38 of you in the draw. So let me grab those names, copy those out. The purpose being that I can then add them into the wheel. So I'll do that. Where are we? 20 to 6. Jailbreaking the second one to create the ultimate handheld. That's a fascinating... Stream it, mate. Put a video together. I bet there's... I'd love to see that. Rokk Show, my last child turned 17 yesterday. So in 1 year, my youngest child will be 18. What's the freedom bit, though? That's why I want to... What are you free about? Are you talking about... alimony or not? Is it alimony? What's it called when you pay for your children when you're divorced? Is it alimony or palimony for a father, isn't it? Palimony. Is that what you're referring to? I will be doing that, mate. Excellent. Look forward to that. I will look forward to that, though, because I do have one that ain't doing nothing. I found an old Sony CD Walkman earlier, which still works. It's got the power and everything. And I know we don't listen to CDs, but if you're on a plane, why don't you use your phone and download it? Because my wife doesn't do things like that. She would be much happier popping her one and only CD of ABBA's greatest hits on the CD Walkman and listening. She doesn't like headphones much either. It's a dilemma on the airplane. What do you do? But any road up, yes, I'll be keen. I'll be keen to see how that works. Boomerang's a good name. Yep, they send the disc and then they come back. You've got it, my friend. I like them. They've never let me down. They've got all the games on there. I don't know how much it must cost them to run a thing like this. I mean, it's amazing, really, that it's even legal. But I understand that it is. They also do... I did ask them about PSVR 2. And they've got a small list, but they made a very valid point, and that is that most of the new PSVR 2 titles are digital download only, because it looks like they're starting to gradually phase out physical media. So hence why they don't have very many. In fact, they've got a grand total of 7 here. And that's the one I've ordered. But I've ordered it as not the place. I hope it's not going to be PlayStation. I did read and it said it wasn't, so hopefully not. But yeah, it works for me. It works for me. It means that I'm never paying the full price. Same with Ant. Rokk Show in the USA, you're an adult at 18. Yeah, you are here as well. So, no, what do you mean my responsibility ends? What kind of a father are you? So I won't be responsible for her anymore. What's it like? I'll always be there, but I don't care, and legally. What? Wow. No, mate, I'm still very responsible for my 20-year-old and my 24-year-old. I agree if they make a criminal muck-up, but if they made a criminal muck-up when they were 14, I wouldn't go to prison for it. got to look after your kids, mate. You can't just rub your hands. I think my 2 will be babies until I'm in the ground, which who knows when that will be. Could be my flight to the States. Guys, if I don't make it back, can you still come on at this time, just as a mark of tribute, if only for a few days, and just, bounce a few emojis around and stuff, some sad face emojis. That would be nice. I'll be watching from that great YouTube in the sky with a little kind of silver, maybe slightly glowy teardrop, because I will be an angel. There's no question. 25. I think you're right, Neil. I know that ladies don't stop growing physically until I think they're in the 24, 25. I think. I mean, they mature at whatever age they mature, but they continue to grow. And of course, men's noses and ears continue to grow as well. That's disturbing, isn't it? That's why so many old folk have massive ears and big noses. Oh, that's how I was able to play Assassin's Creed Bloodlines on Vita, says the Beaver. PSP, yeah. Did the Vita come from the PSP? Was it PSP then PS Vita? Is that how it went? And of course, they're now talking about a kind of a new version of their handheld, aren't they? Can you not? Yes, no, you're right, Oregon. You can't drink till you're 21, can you? Rokk Show, if your kid did something bad at 14, you'd be held responsible. Not here, you wouldn't. If not looked at as if you raised them wrong. Well, I mean, socially, they may see it that way. But criminally, you don't go to prison on behalf of your 14-year-old if they do something naughty. I got married at 23, so I was basically still a teenager. When did I get married, Neil? Let me work this out. I met Mrs. Rokk when I was 19. We got married in 91. Hang on a second. So 19, 20. I was about the same age as you, when I got married. I think I was, Neil. I think you and I are kindred marital spirits on that front, my friend. I do believe we are. I think that's, exactly the same age. Although, we didn't have kids until I think my first kinder, which is where the word kid comes from, by the way, German for child, was when I was about 31-ish, I think. A little bit late in life, but hey, what the heck? What the heck? Right, listen, without further ado, I need to get the names into the wheel. So let me do that. Let me pull that up. And I've still got them in my clipboard, hopefully. So, from memory, 39 of you entered the competition, which is absolutely fantastic. And we now have 106 entries. Flippin' heck, Tucker. Let me close that down, and we'll head over to Wheel of Fortune. Now do I do the Friday one? I guess I ought to, really, didn't I? Because because we don't need to. No, when we talk about rock, you do need to do the. Yeah, no, I do need to do the proper one, don't I? Yeah, I do. It's I'm confusing myself. Oh dear, here we go. Wheel of Fortune. Look, and Neil is congratulating Dorrigan already. So he has observed his crystal ball, and he has seen that Dorrigan is the winner. That's amazing. We had a kid at 29. I must stop doing this. It's Crystal's fault. 106. A quarter of those are Raven. The other quarter Rouster. Good shout. It's people with the letter R at the front of their name, isn't it? Oh, Reaver. PS1 and 2 are on there too. Android games, a Vita native Mario Kart. Oh, look at this. Dorrigan knows his stuff. He could jailbreak a jail. That would be clever, wouldn't it? Thanks, guys. Oh, look, he's accepting his prize in good spirit. Right. Let's get it on. So we're going to start, of course, as always, with the individual. So 106 of you are going to get an opportunity to win a game. I don't know what the game will be. We've had a few winners recently that I've not been able to get hold of, and they haven't got back to me, even though I've kind of put an all points bulletin out there. So just to let you know, if you are new to the show, or even if you aren't, but if you don't pop in very often, or if you don't follow me on Twitter, or if you're not in the Rokk Show Discord, I'm not going to know how to get hold of you. So if you win, get hold of me, unless I know exactly who you are and we communicate quite frequently on those two platforms, then I can intercede. But if I don't know, I can't help. So you need to get hold of me. You can join the Discord. There should be a link in the chat below, in the description below. Sometimes it's broken, so give it a go. If it's not working, then I am on Twitter, and there's a link there as well. It's at Rokk Show. Couldn't be easier, could it? Couldn't be easier. Good luck, guys. I'm going to spin the wheel. Watch the red, and I shall shout out the names as we get close to completion. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Oh, Crystal, that gives you a fairly good chance. It doesn't matter where the names are there, it's all random. So even if you were spread apart, it probably wouldn't make any difference, because that's not how random works. Here we go. It's going to spin for about 40 odd seconds, I think. It's great to see so many people in the wheel. There's Metalhead Reaver. There's Bat Reaver. There's Reaver the Beaver. Oh, I must remember to give Stuart his game. I did tell him yesterday, I forgot to give him the code. Crazy Bad, Real Certified Doctor, Nimbus Cloud. Hey, Big Steve, it's getting very close to you, but I think it's going too fast. It's going to continue. Is it going to stop on Kel, or is it going to go all the way into Phipps? Yeah, I think it's Kel. Wow, Phipps, I'm sorry. That was darned close. Look at it, it's on the border. It's on the border of Mexico. Kel F, who I believe is a member. I know he's a member. Thank you so much, Kel. Right, I'm just going to make a note, because I wouldn't know how to get hold of you. So I'll put an APB out on the members thing, because that's what I do. GG, thank you, Azula. Thank you for entering, and a massive sad emoji for those of you that didn't win. But what fun and japes we had. And you must come back next week and do it again. I'm actually thinking, guys, of doing 2 subscriber plus members days rather than just on a Friday. I'm open to dissuasion. But I'm just thinking it's good fun. We get a load of new folk in, and we maybe do them on, I don't know, Wednesday's a happy day. Wednesday's Happy Wednesday. Thursday's Cloud Gaming Thursday. We were going to do Monday, we're going to do Next Gen Gaming, weren't we? But we could still do Next Gen Gaming, but we could have a big old subscriber and members thing. So we could top and tail the weekend, couldn't we? So we could celebrate the week with the Friday one, and then we could commiserate the fact that we've got a whole miserable week ahead with a big old game giveaway on a Monday. What say you, my lovely chums? Anyway, Kel, my friend, let's find out what you've won, shall we? Let's spin the wheel. Yeah! Gizmo Duck! How are you, dude? Guten Abend, mein friend. Woo! I hope this lady gets royalties. Can't slow down, but we are slowing down. We're getting there. Pathfinder Wrath. The Great Art Race. Keep going to Dead Age 2. I don't think Kel wants the art race. Tough. The Great Art Race. But you guys know how I rock art race. If you do win a game at any point in the future, sorry, I went deaf into myself there, and you do not want that game, you may already own it. That's fine. I don't mind. As long as you let me know before I give you the code, then I will go back to the wheel and grab another game, and you can choose one as well. I honestly don't mind. In this case, though, because young Kel is not in the chat, I cannot decide if that's the case. So it's all going to be down to Kel letting us know. It's good though, isn't it? The Great Art Race. I've no idea what that is. I'm quite keen to find out though. The Great Art Race. Let me just close down the giveaway so that it officially closes. It should come up on... Yep, there we go. Otherwise, what happens is I go back in next week and it's still going. And that's not very good. Here it is, the Great Art Race. So, I wonder what it's all about. Here it is. It's a very tiny picture. It looks like a sort of a puzzly thing. Ooh, here we are. The Great Art Race. Oh, this is interesting. So, yeah, nice pictures. January 1918. 4th of January 1918. Why? Just 10 days before I was born. It's true, folks. Just towards the end of World War I came along. It's true. I know. Benjamin Button, you see. I was born 83. That's how it works. Is it a racing game, says Adam? Well, I don't know. Should we have a look and see? Let's have a look at videos and see if someone's done a little bit of a thingy-bob. La bande annonce. Cucumber versus Lab. Uncle Walter. Let's have a look at... I like the sound of Uncle Walter. Let's have a look. Yeah. Time and Tactics. That's the name of the channel. And there we have... is it Reuben? Is that a Reuben, that painting? I believe it is. Although I do believe that in the original painting, she's actually in a kitchen. I think it's called... Is it not called The Girl with the Pearl Earring? And it's either Reuben or Rembrandt. I forget now. I know, I'd see. I'm widely read. Here we go. Last will and testament. The player scores the most winning points before Uncle Walter's demise by retrieving pains will inherit everything. The doctors estimate that he has approximately 2 years left. Oh, poor old Walter. You've spelt Walter wrong in your title, mate. There's no H in it. Ray is now a meme. Ray has been a meme for a few weeks now. Anyway, this is what Kel won. Are you really a beaver? Wow, I don't know. It depends if you mean literally or euphemistically. All 4 of me are them. He does love to share his name. It's true. Dorrigan, you're 35. You look way younger. He does, doesn't he? And I'm not telling you what he looks a bit like because he gets upset. But he does. So, yeah, it's okay. I mean, you know, it's a bit old school. But that doesn't mean it's not worth a play, because oftentimes there are some great retro games to be played. It reminds me of, what's that game that came out? Mafia. There was a Mafia game that came out recently. You can manage, manage gang, as it were. It reminds me a little bit of that, sort of different people here. Look. So essentially, what I think is going on is Great Uncle Walter has died, right? And you've either got to sell his assets or something to do with his assets. Impressionism, Girl Braiding Her Hair, Suzanne Valadon by Auguste Renoir, $38,000. So it could be, it's a management kind of strategy game thing. Don't knock it. It could be all right, I reckon. I reckon that could be actually a reasonable game. Rokk Show, is Reaver the Beaver Ray? No, it's not. I know why you ask that, because Reaver turned up in your Discord pretending to be Ray, didn't he? I have no idea why he did that. Reaver the Beaver is a guy called Ryan. He's a cheeky chappy, but he does make me laugh. And no, he's not Ray, I can promise you that. But, he just likes to have a little play. I'm not really a beaver cowboy. That's one of Justin Bieber's nicknames, Justin Bieber. Maybe Ryan, a.k.a. Reaver the Beaver, is Justin Bieber. Maybe we got some Canadian royalty in the house. Maybe that's what's going on. It's old Justin. He's got some kind of condition, hasn't he? Hasn't he got to retire from the industry? Has he got some kind of palsy or something? Am I right in saying he's kind of got like a frozen, some kind of condition where half his face is frozen? Isn't that right? Justin Bieber, condition, face. Let's have a look. Here he is there, look, see his face? Justin Bieber says one side of his face is paralysed. There you go. Just like I am when I listen to your music. No! Some of his stuff's all right. Yeah, there you look, you see? Half his face is paralysed. It can happen. I don't know if it's a long-term condition or whether, it was just some kind of short-term thing. I don't know that He was a good-looking fella in his time. Of course, he is a product of YouTube, isn't he? He's one of the mega successful guys that owe their entire career to YouTube. I've started watching, I don't know if you guys, I'm trying to remember what channel it's on now. I think it's Disney, but it might not be. There's a brilliant new Fly on the Wall show documentary about Ed Sheeran. And watched, I think it's half a dozen episodes. Watched the first one yesterday, and it was really good, actually. He's a nice chap, is young Ed. Him and his wife, Cherry Sheeran. They're kind of childhood sweethearts, you know. They went to school together, didn't date at school. She went off to America, actually, to do a degree and got a job in marketing, in finance, I believe. They hooked up again when he was touring in America, and the rest is history. It's true. Reba the Beaver loves Ed Sheeran. He's very, very talented. He won his court case yesterday. Let's Get It On was suing him because, and I forget the name of the song now. It does sound quite similar to it, but, you know, there are only so many notes on a piano, right? There's bound to be a song that has a similar combination. It's a well-known fact that Elton John, most of his big hits, and well-known in the sense that he says this himself, were based on well-known Christian hymns that were very popular between Victorian times and the 1960s. So that's why there's almost I don't know, it's so much the case these days, but certainly that's one of the reasons why they're very popular, because there's something at the back of your mind that goes, God, that's familiar and comforting, and ergo, the rest is commercial history. Biebs. Yeah, it could be him. Anyway, there he is with his frozen face. Bless him. I think it's a short-term thing. Let's just check on this, because I wouldn't, Picture of Justin Bieber's condition is Justin Bieber's paralysis condition. Permanent. Let's go for the normal search. Justin Bieber has Ramsay Hunt syndrome, a rare condition that causes facial paralysis due to a shingles. Oh, shingles is not fun. I've had shingles, and I'm not talking about the roof of my house. Outbreak affecting the facial nerves near one of his ears. He announced his diagnosis on Instagram, of course you do, in June 22, showing his fans that he couldn't blink, smile, or move one side of his face. He had to postpone his Justice World Tour for a second time because of this condition. In November 2022, he was seen smiling again, oh bless him, on vacation with his wife and friends. Who takes their friends on vacation? Suggesting some improvement in his symptoms, so I'm sure it was short term. It's the kind of thing, shingles does affect your nerves, you see, and you've got to be careful. You get it in certain parts. If you get because you can get shingles anywhere, and if you get it on your head, it can go to your brain, it can be really nasty, it can cause all sorts of complications, so it's not to be taken lightly. There you go, Lee. What other shows about gaming do you get to find out about the Beeb and his Justin Bieber's Ramsay Hunt syndrome is not permanent, says Bing's ChatGPT. Thanks, ChatGPT. I love you. I used it a lot this week for some various proposals and businessy things. It saved my bacon, my pork. Right, ladies and gentlemen, all of those that didn't win have disappeared from the channel. Yeah, it's kind of how it goes. So we're going to wind up the show. And why not? Because we're heading, it is now 5 past the hour. And we've had, look, Spectrum's had it on the head and face. Mate, it's horrible, isn't it? It's not nice at all. It's a really nasty condition. I had it on my head as well, top of my head. And no, I mean, some people have been blinded by it. It's a nasty, nasty little thing. Anyway, let's go back to here, because we are kind of done. I'm still here. Bless you, Spectrum. Of course you are, my friend. It's just them transient subscriber, not members, that come and they go. But it's all good. Because we've got another wheel spin now, guys, just for members. So tough on you, subscribers. No, we haven't. I'm joking. We could, but we're not. That was harsh. It was harsh. No, it's harsh. Shingles is nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. The other thing is cold sores, which are a variant of herpes, the herpes simplex virus. And it's typically in your body your entire life. You pick it up very young. You can even pick it up in the womb, believe it or not. And it can come out as cold sores or worse. Throughout your life, and that's pretty nasty. Mostly comes out when you're a juvenile for some reason, though. If you think back to when you used to get cold sores, I think partially because you're a bit more communicative with your lips, aren't you? And you young folk, which is pretty much why. I'm curious. Ask Reaver the Beaver: are you a bold beaver or a hairy one? Wow. Adam, you had to go there, my friend, didn't you? I bet the next question was, are you a Mexican? Or Brazilian was the... not Mexican. Are you a Brazilian beaver? I don't know. Guys, I'm sorry. Look, I try to do a cultured show. I try. I cannot legislate for who comes and talks. Particularly when I've got automatic chat on, and it just pops up on the screen. I hope you've enjoyed today's show. Thank you guys, as always, for being fantastic and for being fun and for being there and supporting me and the community. It's always fantastic to see you. Gaming, Justin Bieber, herpes. You don't get this anywhere else, Phoenix. Dr. Rokk is here to help you. That was a song. That was a song. And Dr. Rokk is... Oh, it was XTC. XTC. I'm going back. I forgot all about this. XTC. And it was Sergeant Rokk, not Sergeant Rokk. Sergeant Rokk is here to help you. Make the girl cry. Here we go. Sergeant Rokk is going to help me. Hey, Rokk. Rokk. Have you heard this song? I get a copyright notice. I'm not putting it on, but it's a cracker. It came out in 1981. Probably didn't go beyond the UK. It's kind of one of those late punk era tracks. It's got a brilliant, brilliant beat. Yeah. Da, da, I'm enlisting. Da, 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 overseas aid. Guy sings in a British accent. Need assisting. Da, 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 da. Help with a maid. Got to listen to it. Go and check it out now. Sergeant Rokk is here to help you. Awesome show as always. Cheers, my friend. Cheers, Ryan. Listen, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Go and check out Sergeant Rokk. I would play it, but I don't want a copyright strike. Ain't going to happen. Although I could edit it. No, let's not do it. You know where to find it. Go and YouTube it. Sergeant Rokk is here. I might just pull it up on Sergeant Rokk. Here it is. Look, Sergeant Rokk XTC. We could put the video on. Do. Oh, here he is on Top of the Pops. Dun, 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 dun. You can't hear that, can you? That's good. Oh, hang on. No, you can't. I'm sure you can't. Do, 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 do. I could do like a little burst of sound. I reckon. Can't you get? How do those people do it when they review songs and they hear like a 10-second burst and they go, "Oh, it was the best thing I've ever heard. Oh, Adele, you're amazing." You can't hear it, can you? I love the sexes, and Sergeant Rokk is gonna help me. That's it. That's all I'm giving you. Brilliant. Go and check it out, man. Scary without the audio. Oh, thanks, Phoenix. I was giving you some proper karaoke and all. It was a bit scary. It's karaoke. What's wrong with you? It's a good thing. It's a traditional Japanese community social thing. It's all good. Right. Come on, you lot. Clear out. It's overtime now. We finished. We're going. Don't forget to do the emoji bounce after this. See you later. See you Monday. I might stream it at the weekend. Don't think I am. Have a great one. Take care.